the thing that I've seen the people that excel share in terms of personality trait is their constant curiosity and their ability to ask really good questions.
Welcome back to the DraftKings Live podcast. I'm Rebecca, a senior recruitment marketing specialist.
And I'm Max, a talent acquisition specialist.
And we're diving into the world of setting the odds and digging through massive sports data sets. This team is a great fit for sports enthusiasts who have an analytical mindset. Today, we're diving into the trading team here at DraftKings.
And we have two terrific traders joining us, Travis and Brennan. So to start off, could you both tell us a little bit about your career journey and sort of what you do here at DraftKings?
Yeah, definitely. Max, Becca, how's it going? So my name is Travis Harper. I oversee our live trading department here at DraftKings. I've been with the company for almost 4 years now. And in that time, I've obviously learned a lot, have grown a lot as the company's grown. And it's just been kind of an amazing opportunity to kind of combine my passion for sports, data, analytics, math, numbers, and kind of like get to combine those passions on a daily basis.
My name's Brennan White. I'm a manager also in the trading department. I started around the same time Travis did back in 2021. Prior to DK, my professional background was that I bet professionally for a number of years after graduating college. I got kind of burnt out on that and decided it was time to pursue some stability, work in the other side of the industry, so to speak. So I moved out to Vegas in 2021, got a job with DraftKings. I've had an opportunity to wear a number of different hats within the trading department, but I currently manage an analytics team that's focused on revenue optimization projects. And one of the cool things that we're able to do is work really closely with the traders themselves to identify areas of opportunity, inefficiency, find ways that we can implement new strategies to get better.
And both of you have been here for quite a while. So what has been your favorite part about working here?
Yeah, I think, obviously I love the people that I get to work with. It's a very high energy, kind of dynamic, fast-paced environment for the live trading team specifically, and seeing how kind of people respond to the pressures of the environment that we're placed in. I think also like the idea that no 2 days are really the same here at DraftKings, getting to kind of collaborate with a bunch of different members of the trading team, but also our data science, our product, our marketing teams, our various social teams, and just like seeing kind of the collective unity that we have across the DraftKings culture is definitely something that's been enjoyable for me and kind of my team.
I'm going to second the people because, growing up and prior to being at DK, the thing that made me different from my friends was my obsession with sports and numbers. And coming here, the trading department is full of people that share that obsession. They're super passionate and knowledgeable about sports, and that connects all of us. And so there's tons of fun conversations, great collaborative work, and just finding a group of kind of like-minded individuals that you can bond with over the thing that you all equally care about is really fun.
Great, yeah. And so I guess as we know, probably in Vegas, there are a lot of gaming companies. So I'm curious to hear from both of you, what would you say differentiates our products from our competitors?
Yeah, definitely. I think kind of the main thing that comes to mind for me when I think about the DraftKings Sportsbook and how we kind of separate ourselves is really our customer-centric focus. Everything that we're doing from like a trading perspective and even the overall business perspective is like focusing on the user experience and how that translates to the other side of what we're doing from trading, so to say. So I think like understanding how we as traders can have an impact on bet success rate, market offering, margin application, limitation settings, and kind of everything that goes into how the user interacts with our product is definitely something that's exciting. But also, I mean, the technology we have, I think our app is second to none, especially comparing to the Vegas industry. But yeah, knowing how good of a team we have outside of just trading and how everybody's working cohesively is definitely something that separates us from a sports book and overall app perspective.
Yeah, I think just culturally, one of the things that we really care about is offering a best-in-class product and finding ways to innovate. And from a trading perspective, the cool thing that leads to is if you have a good idea or you have a piece of feedback, it's really easy for us to incorporate that or build that and offer it to our customers. I pretty much every day somebody comes up with an idea for a market, and as long as we can price it and as long as it's compliant, like we'll go through the process of being able to have that unique offering. And I think one of the cool things about this job in particular is like the short term from idea to the reward of like seeing that on our site, and then being able to see how we perform on that idea.
And it's cool too, because we have so much data for every sport, for any offering. Like you said, there's so many ways we can go about even adding to our products, and with the focus on the customer and that experience. So what makes our data so fun to work on and work with every day?
Yeah, that you nailed it, Becca. We have so much data, like more than a lot of other companies in our sector and in general in the world, as far as what we can do with the data. The thing that's exciting for us is obviously being able to analyze the historical and real-time data to make pricing decisions, risk management decisions, strategic offering decisions. I think how granular we're able to get with the data, understanding how we perform as a company in certain scenarios with certain markets and certain game state scenarios, play-by-play scenarios, is definitely very exciting for us from a live trading perspective. But then also like obviously utilizing that data to continually develop new products, new markets, and understanding what is engaging for the users, and then ultimately relying on kind of user feedback to continue to push what it is that they want to see from us from a sports booking perspective. But yeah, I'm sure Brennan can touch on this question regarding data as well.
Yeah, I mean, we work with a lot of different types of data, but the thing that kind of ties them all together for me is the ability to come up with a hypothesis and then immediately go test it. As sports fans, most of us are also bettors as well. Like all the time, you'll see something or you'll think of something and go, "Hey, I wonder, like historically, what has this been like? Or how do we price this? Or what do our customers like to bet when this situation comes up?" And any question you can think of, the answer is in the data. And as long as you have kind of the fundamental skills to be able to query things or use that data in a way that can get you towards those answers, the cycle of iterating our process and strategies through going and looking up those questions in the data is super rewarding for me, because it's something that you only have access to because you work at DraftKings, and it allows you to not only like be creative and help the company, but also like it dramatically enhances your fundamental knowledge and understanding of sports, of the industry, of the market, of our customers, and being able to do that in a day is really helpful.
So as the recruiter on the call, I do like to bring in some recruiting focused questions. One of them being, when you talk to candidates or really anybody who brings up DraftKings, who talks to you about DraftKings, if someone were to ask what are growth opportunities like at DraftKings, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of never ending. The growth with the company has been massive in my short time here, but seeing how not only the company and the industry has kind of taken off in the last couple of years, but also the trading department specifically. Most, if not all of our promotions have been internal.
For me, like Travis and I both started as entry-level traders 3 years ago. We were lucky enough to be promoted 3 times in 3 years, but our structure has evolved multiple times. We've had lots of opportunities to start new projects, to lead new teams, to implement new ideas. And because we are trying to do things differently than others, we really prioritize people's experience with the company, their knowledge of our systems, their familiarity with our processes. And so just getting that foot in the door is the first step that you need to be able to progress. Because once you're here, if you're talented and if you're willing to put in the work and if you take feedback really well, like there are going to be lots of opportunities for you just because you got that start at our company.
So we've covered that there's obviously great opportunities for growth and everything at DraftKings, but I'm curious now, to kind of help prospective candidates who are maybe applying to roles and just to get their foot in the door, what are skills you typically look for in candidates on your teams?
Yeah. I mean, obviously you have to have that kind of undying passion for sports, data analysis, probability, statistics, and then kind of like that dynamic ability to kind of stay calm under pressure. Obviously, we work in a very fast-paced and I would say high leverage scenario for trading specifically. So being able to kind of stay calm, cool, and collected under pressure and understand what's being asked of you on a daily basis. And then I think the ability to like be adaptable and learn. We're not expecting everybody to be pricing wizards or know how to do everything that's required of a trader on day one. And I think that's where it's our job as managers to kind of lead and coach those individuals and grow them into the traders that we're looking for here. And then outside of that, technical skills are always a plus. I mean, if you have tech savvy kind of like programming or modeling skills, whether it be Python, some sort of SQL language, that's always like a huge standout for us from a trading perspective. And it just goes hand in hand with being able to utilize all of the data that we have at our disposal.
Yeah, I think Travis touched on like the foundational skills kind of across the board. I think the one thing I'd add is the thing that I've seen the people that excel share in terms of personality trait is their constant curiosity and their ability to ask really good questions. We are still growing and learning together as a team. And so this isn't a situation where, you know, you have really good interviews, you get hired, and during the onboarding phase, we tell you how to do every part of the job. We're still all working together to get better. And so what we need is people who ask like, well, why does it work that way? Or how can we do this better? Or what is this actually trying to achieve? And not only that, but like, here are some of my ideas, right? The people who are going to kind of step up and contribute in situations where maybe they have personal experience or they have domain expertise that is valuable to the team. Like those people tend to be very successful because we are all aware that, you know, we are not perfect and we haven't defined exactly how everything should work. And so the people that are able to help us grow as a team are the people that tend to get rewarded fastest.
And I've been to the Vegas office a few times and it is stunning. It is 4 floors, it is massive, and the people there are fantastic too. But it really is such an impressive space. But how would you describe the overall DraftKings culture? I know traders go into the office every day, so that's also probably plays into the camaraderie and like the team aspect of being a trader.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, the facilities here in the Vegas office are amazing. I would say second to none. We have obviously a beautiful building. We have a great workplace experience team. And I think like touching on the culture, a lot of that stems from the people, right? And like we said earlier, one of the best, if not the best part of this job is the people that we get to work with on a day in and day out basis. We have a very kind of like supportive group of people and we're all very like-minded. And when I say like-minded, we're all sports obsessed, right? We're sports obsessed and we're all very ambitious and we want to make DraftKings the place to be for everything. I think we have each other's backs in a lot of like high stress scenarios, which is very helpful. And it ties into that kind of like supportive culture that we've built here. But then we also like to obviously kind of make sure that we're doing team building activities and kind of bonding off the clock. So when we are in these high pressure, high leverage scenarios, we're able to communicate effectively and make sure that we kind of all have each other's back and are working cohesively. So like I said, it all kind of starts with the people that we have here for the culture. And we've built such a great team and we're still kind of just at the bottom floor as far as what the potential is for DraftKings and the trading department as a whole. So it's a very exciting and very just overall great atmosphere for us.
Yeah, I second all of that. I think the thing that struck me about DraftKings compared to other companies is any person that you reach out to is willing to go out of their way to help you. And I think that is tremendously productive from a sort of company-wide standpoint, because at a lot of times there is uncertainty. You don't know who to reach out for questions. You don't know what the answer to something should be. And despite having tons of resources at your fingertips, sometimes it's easier to just build those relationships with individuals and rely on them to help guide you. And even if they don't know the answer, they'll put you in touch with somebody who does. And I think that is true across trading as well. Like, we are at a point now where the team has expanded to cover so many different roles, so many different pieces of the operation, and you won't have great visibility on everything that's going on all the time. But being able to like walk across the room and ask someone, hey, I noticed this thing, like, what's going on here? Or I have a question about how this works. Like, they will either tell you the answer or they will walk you over to the person that can, and they can show you how it works and they can answer your questions in real time. And I think that helps new people come in and learn a lot faster, because we try to foster this environment where we want them to ask those questions all the time, right? And so the really cool thing about our team culture is, despite what your level is, or what your compensation is, or what your responsibility is, we're all trying to help everyone get better. And so if you're available and someone has a question for you, you guys might not know the answer collectively, but you can figure out what that answer is, or you can go find someone who does. And I think just people being so helpful and supportive is really great and encouraging, especially when, like Travis said, we have those kind of high intense situations. There's a lot of money on the line. Knowing that you can rely on the people around you is great.
I love that. So here's a quick and easy question for both of you, but do either of you have a favorite project that you've worked on, or maybe like a line that you set?
That's a good question. Quick and easy. Where to start? I mean, at DraftKings, obviously, we pride ourselves on kind of trying to be the market leader as far as what our offering looks like. So there's so many different lines that we have set as a company, not me personally, but I would say kind of one or two things that stick out are obviously like the major events where kind of all eyes across the business and the industry are on us as a trading department, or us as a sportsbook in general. And so I'm thinking specifically the Super Bowl or March Madness. And I think one thing that sticks out for me from a live trading perspective is we've had some third-party studies done regarding our market availability and kind of like our aggressiveness with how long and the duration of when we offer markets. And the Super Bowl specifically, we pretty much blew the competition out of the water with our market offering as far as the depth and then our overall availability during the game. And it just is kind of a testament to our team over here with our confidence in our tooling, our pricing, and our data to make informed strategic decisions and be as intentional as possible with our market offering. So the Super Bowl specifically is definitely something that comes to mind as like favorite memories across my time here with DraftKings.
Yeah, I think I've got two. One is kind of in Travis's world on the live trading side, is the crazy stuff happens all the time in games. Like things that our models cannot account for, right? When a starting quarterback gets injured, or I think last week in Arizona, it was hailing. They had the roof open. Like, how is that going to impact the field goal that's about to be kicked? It's all those situations where, as a sports fan, you're like watching the game and going, like, I think that the pricing does not understand that this crazy thing is happening. And being able to have the granularity of control over our prices through our system, where you can input that understanding, that expertise, is really cool, because then you also get real-time feedback of all the bettors who agree or disagree with you, right? And I think that like back and forth in real time on live trading is really exciting. The other thing that I love every year, I'm a massive college basketball fan, is the creativity of coming up with March Madness props. We have a very short window of time from Selection Sunday to when the first four tip off to put up as many markets as we possibly can. And it's a very collaborative process, getting together and going like, well, it'd be really cool if we offered this because this has never happened before, or this player is super popular, or these two teams are meeting for the first time, or whatever it may be. And then figuring out, yeah, that'd be really cool to offer, but now how do you price it is another unique challenge. And I think that process, that collaborative, creative process, is really fun.
What a great way to end it. Really appreciate your time, Brennan, Travis. Thank you really much. We really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. This was
Thank
great.
you both. Appreciate it.
And thank you for listening. Make sure to follow us on social media at DraftKings Life, except for LinkedIn, where we're simply DraftKings. This podcast is available on all major podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, we got you. Be sure to download, listen, and even throw us a 5-star rating. Thanks so much and have a great day.